Here are predictions for the upcoming episode of General Hospital, Friday, August 15, 2025, based on available sources. Highlights: 1. Violent confrontation. Michael punches Drew in public. Drew Kane will continue his attempts to manipulate Michael Corinthos, which leads to a second explosive situation. A public confrontation will occur, with Michael punching Drew hard. 2. Jason on a rescue mission. Reaching Brit. Jason Morgan continues his mission at the Five Poppies Resort in Croatia, attempting to infiltrate and search for Brit Westbourne, who appears to be alive. The central scene will be a look at their confrontation, potentially a cliffhanger or the end of the episode. 3. Jocelyn is angry and upset. Jocelyn Jax, along with Vaughn, is relieved of her duties due to her relationship with Brett. This has led her to become extremely frustrated and may lead to unexpectedly bold moves. 4. Isaiah between morality and Felicia's advice. Dr. Isaiah Gannon faces a morally difficult situation. In this internal conflict, he turns to Felicia Scorpio for advice, and we may see an escalation in the complexity of the medical and personal landscape around him. 5. Curtis is shaken and confronted. Curtis appears confused, as a result of Drew's repeated influence and manipulation. We may witness a moment of intense emotional tension, with repercussions for his relationships with those around him. 6. More confrontations and reconciliations are expected. We'll likely witness an emotional reunion between Trina and her mother, Portia, and perhaps questions about hidden secrets. There may also be a moment of conflict between Stella and Tracy over the taint of loyalties and the latter's stance toward deception. Quick summary. What to expect in the next episode. Character event: candidate Michael Corinthos clashes with Drew. Punching him in public. Drew Kane is attacked for his controversial presence. Jason Morgan confronts Brett at the resort in a heated confrontation. Jocelyn Jax seethes over being excluded from the mission. Isaiah Gannon struggles with the sustainability of decisions and turns to Felicia for advice. Curtis Ashford is shaken by Drew's influence. Trina and Portia. Potential tension reveals secrets or reconciles the two sides. Stella and Tracy. A heated confrontation that may revolve around loyalties and intrigue. Would you also like me to provide you with an official preview video for the episode? I haven't found a live YouTube video yet based on the available results, but I can follow up if an official source does. Do these predictions match your expectations? Or would you also like to know what might happen next week? Clapperboard Scene 1. Port Charles, Kelly's Diner, morning round pushpin location. The famous Kelly's Diner in Port Charles. The morning atmosphere is calm, but tension lurks behind the smiles. The sound of spoons clinking against coffee cups, and the soft music in the background, captures. Clapperboard Scene 1. Port Charles, Kelly's Diner, morning round pushpin location. The famous Kelly's Diner in Port Charles. The morning atmosphere is calm, but tension lurks behind the smiles. The sound of spoons clinking against coffee cups, and the soft music in the background, captures the moment before the storm. The camera slowly pans through the glass window of the cafe, where we see Michael Corinthos sitting at a corner table, reading a legal document while sipping coffee. His expression is tense, as if he's reading something disturbing. Drew Kane enters the door, wearing a smart dark suit, his steps very confident, as if he's here to make a decision. The moment of silence between them feels like time has frozen. Their eyes meet, and the atmosphere suddenly becomes heavier. Michael, in a low, sharp voice, greater than, I didn't expect to see you here, especially after what you did last week. Drew, with a cold smile as he approaches, greater than, I'm here to clear up the misunderstanding. Or maybe explain how this deal will benefit both of us. Michael slams the file down on the table, almost spilling the coffee, the veins in his neck bulging with anger. The camera zooms in on his hand, which moves involuntarily toward the edge, as if preparing for a physical reaction. Drew sits up without asking permission, leans forward, and lowers his voice as if whispering a dangerous secret. Greater than, you think you understand the game? I'm the one pulling the strings, and you're nothing more than a small player. Here. The music suddenly stops, and the hum in the cafe melts away, as if everyone is anticipating. Michael slowly gets up, takes a deep breath, and then delivers a powerful punch to Drew's face. The camera drops with him in slow motion, accompanied by the faint breathing and screams of the patrons. A close-up of Michael. His breathing is rapid, his eyes blazing with anger. He turns toward the door as if preparing to leave, but a familiar voice stops him. Voiceover, from the door. Greater than, Michael. What are you doing? The camera pans to show Curtis Ashford standing by the door, his expression shocked, and here the first scene ends on a cliffhanger before moving on to the next scene.